Hello everyone. I'm here for a tarot, tea, and poetry. And if you wonder what that is, it's exactly what it sounds like. I have my tea right here. Okay, that's a lie, it's coffee. And I like to use my own poetry as tarot cards. Because I believe in the healing power of poetry. I write poetry to heal myself, and I believe that by sharing it with others, it can heal you too. So I have my cards ready. Today's question is, what is your fight and what is your light? I'll say that again. What is your fight? What are you fighting? Your battles right now. And what is your light? Your light meaning, what is your purpose? What is it that you're meant to share with the world? What is it that will give you light and power and courage to get beyond your battles? Okay? I've provided timestamps below so you can skip to the group that's meant for you. And I've created the intention that this reading is timeless and hits you in perfect timing. Okay? Let's get started. Alright everyone, these are the 3 groups I have here. I want you to use your intuition to choose the pile, not just your eye, okay? So take a deep breath with me. Now place your hand over pile 1 and ask, is this the pile meant for me? If it is, your fingers will tingle. Place your hand over pile number 2. Deep breath. Is this the pile meant for me? And if it is, your fingers will tingle. And last but not least, place your hands over pile number 3. Is this the pile meant for me? Wherever your fingers tingled, go ahead and skip to that timestamp below. Once again, this was pile 1 right here, this was pile 2, and this was pile 3. Okay? Now let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. This first card is your fight. This second one is your light. This third one is just your overall, I guess, like think of it like your overall course that you're taking right now, whatever aspect of your life these are all in. Interesting. Okay, group number 1. These are all of your cards. I wasn't sure what this message was about, so I actually pulled out a few clarifiers, and you're a powerful being, okay? Whoa, this is not focusing. Okay. You are very powerful, and you may not know it yet, but let's just get right into it. So these are a few general cards that I pulled for everyone, okay? And I want to show this to you first. Even on your darkest night, when you lose sight of your fight, you stand on the shoulders of ancestors, closer to sunlight. You all, with you, this card is actually very literal. I think some of you had a family member pass away, and it really hurt you. And I think ever since that loss, maybe it wasn't a death, but it was some loss, okay, of someone in your life who's not there anymore with you. And ever since then, you just feel like you're not fully here, like you're not fully grounded on this earth. You're kind of always like going into other worlds, like in your head. and you're not fully present. Even when you feel that way, your ancestors are there. Like, you're not imagining it, okay? For some of you who may actually feel this ancestor's presence, you're not imagining it. You're not just going between worlds aimlessly. Like, they're the ones bringing you back to this world when you can't take it anymore. And when you can't take this world anymore, they're the ones pulling you into the clouds, telling you a different message. They're guiding you, okay? Okay. But part of that may also be your purpose. Once you learn how to go between worlds, not from a state of anxiety or disempowerment, but from a state of empowerment, where you choose to do this, where you choose to go between worlds, so that you can meet your ancestors, talk with your ancestors, and bring their messages down again to this planet. But it has to come from a place of empowerment, right? Not from a place of disempowerment where someone is taking you into these worlds, but from a place where you actually choose to. This is your first card here. Okay. She said, beauty is pain, femininity is pain, but it's better than shame for veering off their lane. This may be to do with gender, but I think for you it was more to do with a loss. A loss of someone really important to you that has you veering off your lane of your purpose, because you're just constantly focused on them. You're constantly focused on your pain. I have a feeling maybe this person left you with a lot of obligations, unfinished business in their life that you are taking on now. You don't want to veer off their lane. You want to finish what they started. Yes, you want to finish what they started. The only issue is this is coming from a place of shame. This is coming from a place of pain. Okay? And that energy is why you've been facing so many obstacles. Whoever left you with this unfinished business, they don't want you to be finishing it out of guilt and shame. So take the time to really go within yourself and decide if this is something you want to do. And if it is, to do it from a place of sharing your skills and your talents, because you do have a lot of skills and talents of your own, okay? You don't have to rely on what this person wanted you to do. You have your own skills and your own talents. Okay, the song that I'm playing right now is Teardrops on My Guitar. That's what's playing in my head. Like, you know, maybe you are actually singing, or you are just creating some sort of magic, some sort of music this person left you with. You have your own stories too. You don't just have to repeat this person's story over and over. You have your own skills. And it's when you learn to combine the two, when you learn to combine your journey with this ancestor's journey, that it's going to propel forward in a way that frees you, that doesn't trap you. As she grew older, she channeled hurt into anger, because anger fuels change and ignites belief in better. As she grew older, she channeled hurt into anger, because anger fuels change and ignites belief in better. When you're able to talk about this loss, when you're able to bring it out from your own perspective and not just what this person would want you to say, that's when the pain is going to start to be digested, okay? And then you can let it out, you can move past it. That doesn't mean you're forgetting them. For some of you, this may not be an ancestor that passed away, but it could just be a trauma that was in your past that you're not able to move past. But your trauma will heal others if you first heal it in yourself, okay? Once you channel that hurt out, channel it into anger, because anger, it comes from a place of knowing things can change. Anger is a fuel for change. See how opposite it is to hopelessness? Hopelessness means you're trapped. You're trapped in your reality and you can't escape. Whereas anger means you're angry with your reality because you want another one. And that's the thing. You are amazing at going between realities. That is actually a natural talent for you. Once you process this anger, you can move past it so seamlessly, so flawlessly, like an amphibian. You just don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. I know that's easier said than done. But start with the little things. So just to recap, there was some loss, either of a major ancestor, a person in your life that really hurt you and you're not able to move past. And because of that, you're constantly moving between worlds of this reality in your head, and you're not able to really be present. What you don't know is that that is actually your power. You can go between worlds. You can tune in to what your ancestors are trying to tell you if you believe in that sort of thing. You have that power. For others of you, there is a trauma that you aren't able to get past. And it is when you channel that hurt into anger that you'll be able to digest it and move past it. You have that skill of being able to move between worlds, being able to move between yourself and others, selfishness, selflessness, the living, the dead, move between different phases of your life. You have all of those skills, and that is your light. When a Virangana walks, her footsteps resound. Virgana, Virgana. When a Virangana walks, her footsteps resound. Virgana, Virgana. When you tune into your ancestors, not from a place of shame and guilt, of, oh my God, you're gone, I don't know how to stand in your purpose, I don't know how to continue what you started, but instead when you come to them of a place of, I know who I am, and you can help me be who I am, then it's going to completely shift. That is all for your reading. I hope that made sense. I know I got really jumbled in between. And this might not have resonated because I really feel this message about someone passing away was just for a very specific group of people. So I apologize if that didn't resonate. Maybe go back and choose one of the other groups. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, because the notification bell is the only way you would actually get updates that I post a new video. Okay? So that's it, and I will see you next time. Bye! This is for those of you who chose group number 2 with the shell. Let's see what your fight is, what your light is, and your general reading today. So this is your fight, this is your light, and this is your general energy and focus point. Okay? Ooh. Right off the bat, I can say you all have the biggest journey, the most growth. You all are such emotional beings. They mistake her for pain. but she leads bleeding. She rips off your band-aid and clamors for healing. They mistake her for pain, but she leads bleeding. She rips off your band-aid and clamors for healing. You all are the real light workers and shadow workers. Shadow workers gets a bad rep, but why? Your shadow is your subconscious. Your shadow are your deepest emotions. They're your fears. And when you learn how to get past those, wow, you are the most powerful. And you are a shadow worker. And I see that you use that to heal from your traumas and then heal others of their traumas just through leading by example. You're the type of person who takes no BS, okay? You are not going to allow someone to put a band-aid on a deeper issue. No, you're going to get to the root of the nitty-gritty and figure out how to heal from it. And that energy, it may push people away at first. Like, you may not have many friends. But babe, if someone gets pushed away from your energy because you're too much for them to handle, that's because you are reflecting their deepest fears. That's nothing to do with who you are. You're just reflecting them right back to them and they can't handle it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. There is some trauma that you need to heal from. It's just a very dark place, and you are pushing people away because of your unhealed traumas. But when you heal those traumas, oh my God, like your reality is completely reversed to this card. One veers off the trodden path into the wild without a map. She zigzags in circles and never straight. And in certain places, she's been erased, but her existence is not for debate. I just did the full poem because I felt like it. But your main energy is one veers off the trodden path without a map. Because your map is within you, don't you get it? It's your conscience, it's your inner child who will never lead you astray, who will always lead you to your heart, your community, your people, and yourself. As soon as you're able to communicate with your inner heart, because right now, there's a lot of blockages in the way that's making it hard for you to directly talk to your inner child and your inner self. But once you get past these, this direct line of communication will take you exactly where you need to be. And your general energy, I really resonate with this group. This is the group that I kind of chose for myself. But your general energy is the cup. The cup. You may be water signs, Cancer, Pisces. I also got Libra for some reason, even though that's not a water sign. Scorpio, of course. Even Sagittarius. You're the master healers. You've been given an unfair amount of things to heal from, and it feels overwhelming and burdensome. But you've also been given the most power to not just heal yourself, but heal everyone you come in contact with, just by setting an example of who you are. The people who aren't ready to heal are going to run away from you. But the people who are ready to heal are going to be drawn to you. And then all of your closest friends, they're going to be people who have healed their traumas, who are healing their traumas, and moving to a completely different state of being where you prioritize your inner child. So that's so beautiful. Because this is not just going to be one veers off the trodden path, but everyone veers off the trodden path. and forms their own path. It's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful map. I'm so excited for you, for your healing and everyone you come in contact with. It's beautiful. And these are the last 2 cards that I pulled for everyone here. Even on your darkest night, when you lose sight of your fight, you stand on the shoulders of ancestors, closer to sunlight. Group number 2, your healing is tough, and most of the time you do feel like you're in it alone on this physical world. But beyond this physical world, if you believe in it, you do have guides, spirit guides and ancestors especially, who are supporting you, who are working behind the scenes to put you in the right place at the right time, so that you can move past these traumas. Because most likely, they've shared these traumas too. Like it might have been a generational thing passed down and down and down, like a generational curse, or a cycle of abuse. And it's time for it to end, and they are backing you up. So try and tune into them. You can just meditate, and when your mind is calm, ask a question to your ancestors. Make sure you protect yourself and set the intention that you only want to talk to the ancestors who are aligned with you and who want the best for you, who are your well-wishers. But once you set that intention, just ask for guidance. That could really help you. This is you. You may feel like you're weak, but no, babe, you're the strongest person, okay? Because you don't run from your emotions. Do you know how many people in this world run from their emotions, but not you? When a Virangana walks, her footsteps resound. Virangana, Virangana. In South Asian cultures, the Virangana is warrior woman, and that's who you are. And it doesn't have to be woman, but you're a warrior. You are an emotion warrior, a heart warrior. That's the most powerful kind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? That is it for your reading. This is the group I resonated most with, so I'm so happy to have met you through this reading. Definitely leave comments below on, what your journey is. You don't have to get specific into your traumas, but whatever you feel comfortable sharing, I do want to know. Okay? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, click the notification bell, because that's the only way that you're going to get updates when I post my next video. Okay, that's it, and I will see you next time. Bye. Alright, this is group number 3, the group that chose the feather, this beautiful feather. This is your fight, this is your light, and this is your general journey, okay? Okay, I pulled some extra cards for you, group number 3, because this is very interesting. You have a lot of different aspects to you. You have a lot of different skills, talents, energies. You're a very rounded person, but yeah, I just had to pull more cards to really understand what was going on here. So, I think I understand now. This is kind of funny, because it's just so unexpected. But your fight is your light. You're like, what? What? The weight of gold you can't deny. If you try, our ancestors testified to fly despite its weight and because it shines light. The weight of gold you can't deny. If you try, our foremothers testify to fly despite its weight and because it shines light. So group number 3, it's heavy. Some sort of structure, obligation, system that is keeping you tied down. Like if you imagine a soldier who comes home with all of these memories that they don't want anymore, so they just shut it away and like put it in a corner of their mind, and kind of plays off with this carefree, fun energy, but you're denying yourself. You're denying your past. You're denying what you know from this time away because you saw a lot that needed to change and you need to speak on it. When you don't, you are trapping yourself. So yes, it is heavy. It is heavy to know about all of these structures that failed you and failed so many others. But it is when you speak on it that you shine light. That you shine light on what is going on. That is your purpose. To not shy away from these struggles, but face them head on. You're rejecting that right now. You are not accepting the weight of the earth on your shoulders. But this card isn't just about holding things that are heavy. You have the earth in your palm. Like you can change so much if you would just speak on it. Maybe food is a coping mechanism for you, like either making food, serving food, eating food, whatever it is. And that's beautiful. I love that. Food can be very healing. And I get that you have a very like motherly kind of energy. Man, woman, or any gender, you have a very nurturing energy here. And that's how you like to give back to others, because you've really seen some of the worst things imaginable, which is why you like to spread joy, pleasure, food, and abundance as much as you can. You like to offer your gift as a mother's gift, as a homemaker, someone who is very nurturing to everyone. But I'm feeling that even though you're very, very good at that, that may not actually be your purpose. You're meant to move into something else. When I look at you across this rift, this culture shift, continental drift, I know nothing's more powerful than a mother's gift. But it's my turn to give the generations next. So yes, this food, the fun and games, they really do a lot to cross culture barriers, to cross traumas, and really help you connect with people and keep a very lighthearted energy. That's beautiful, right? That is very powerful. Nothing is more powerful than a mother's gift. But I also see that you're holding yourself back, and it's your turn now. Like you're giving and giving and giving to everyone, but it's your turn now to give to yourself. When you give to yourself, it is what's going to give to the generations next. And I see that you have some power here that you're not really exploring. It may be something to do with what you know from your past, but it may also be something to do with your ancestors. I definitely see the past here very strong, either your own past or the past of your history and your ancestors and your people. And it is when you really tap into that you are going to be helping the future. It is counterintuitive, I know, but when you go into your past and really explain how we got here from our past, that's how we'll be able to see the growth that happened and then use that growth to propel us forward into the future. I hope that makes sense. And that is your purpose. That is your calling. You are the star. And you have ancestors here supporting you if you can connect with them. This tree of your ancestors, like if you can imagine you rooting yourself into the bottom. Let me turn this the right way. If you can imagine yourself rooting yourself into the bottom, that is how we are all going to transcend up and go up, okay? Because we have a strong foundation. And it is your role to let us know about this foundation, to strengthen that foundation for our future. And that is your light. Okay? That is your light. I see you as a very earth sign, maybe Capricorn. You're very tuned into the earth. If you are quarantined, you can still, if you're in the US, go for walks alone. That is still social distancing, and I can see that might really help you. Just soak in the sunlight, sit under a tree. These things could really help you. You're really holding people down, and that is beautiful. So that is it for your reading. I hope that resonated. If it did, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and comment with what resonated. But most importantly, click the notification bell, because that's the only thing that's going to let you know if I post any new videos. Okay? I've linked my Instagram if you want to follow my poetry and see more of that. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!